Hello, my loves. It is Katherine, aka Gymkatie, and we're going to go over some WBFF posing today. There are a ton of elements, so we're just doing the walk today. There are some different styles that you can do. Again, WBFF is all about making it your own, and there's nothing required of you. You can do whatever you want, and there's no restrictions. So really take that as you will and be creative, do something that's authentic to you. If you look at the grand winners that we see and at the top of their game, their walks and their posing is a huge element, and it shows their personality. They're really good at making it their own, coming up with different new ideas and things like this. So this is the basics. We're just going to go over walking and some of the styles that I know, some of the things that you can combine to make into your own routine, and we're going to go over it. So I want to start this off by showing you a regular walk, how I walk normally down the street if I'm going to my friend's house. And now I'm going to show you a walk that has style and flair and the thing that we're looking for, and I want you to see if you notice a difference. And there she goes. So hopefully you did. That's the point, right? And I want to go over a few of those points. So when we start with our walk, let's talk about our legs first. So there's two styles that I go in between of walking, which is a flow, where we are moving from our hips, not our knees, not our ankles. Everything below the hips is staying nice and lengthened and flowing, and we are going with our hip. We're going to walk outside of the midline, so we're kind of crossing over to each side, each step. So we're crossing over, crossing over, crossing over. The other type of walk is going to come from the knees. So we're going to do that same crossing the midline, side to side, but we're going to kick it with our knee. So we're still isolated in the core. A lot of our movement and sway is coming from the momentum of this kick, and it's going to be a different type of walk. So we're here with our knees, a little bit more dramatic. And we are here with our hips, which is a little bit more of a flow. These are the two that I go in between. There are tons more as well that you can make up yourself, but these are the two that I always stick to if I'm deciding what my walk with my gown or my bikini is going to be, because sometimes I'll change them. So after the legs, we want to talk about the arms. Kind of similar, where we're going to be crossing with them or we're going to be flowing with them. So let's think. Again, we're going to be moving from the shoulder. So all of the motion essentially is coming from the midline of your body. And if you've taken yoga, you kind of understand this, where all of the energy is here, and all of the things that happen on the outside of the body are a chain reaction from what happens in the center. So we're moving our shoulders, and it's a reaction of the strength and the core tightness in our midline. So if we're going to walk with our arms nice and loose like that, kind of flowing, and I would pair that with a flowing leg as well. You can switch it up again if you want to do a kick leg with a flowing arm, or we can do the other type of arm, which is going to be moving at the elbow. Again, this is just kind of a different version of the legs, where we're going to be isolated here. So it's just a little bit more dramatic. So we're going to cross it over, cross it over, cross it over as we go. So it's just kind of swinging the arm. This would be more related to the kind of way that we walk every day naturally, as we swing our arms to gain momentum, a little bit more attitude, swaying the hips with it. So let's go over what it looks like when we're flowing with both. So we're going to have flowing shoulders, flowing hips, and we're going to cross over the midline. Very graceful. This is my favorite walk personally. I just like it's kind of like a ballet style. Or we can do a little bit of attitude, a little bit of fun, and we're going to cross. You are the focal point, and the judges are going to be looking and watching and trying to assess your physique. So we still want to have that holding of attention, and it'll be perfect. Talk about the shoulders. So we can either have our shoulders angled regular, forward, one forward, or both of them back. I like to have both of them back, which would be, if I'm standing here, I'm going to pull my shoulders back and then slide my shoulder blades down. We don't want our shoulders back and to be up like this. This just looks uncomfortable and kind of awkward, so we're going to keep them nice and low, nice and pulled back. Personally, you can assess your body and decide for yourself, but this makes my core kind of come in and my glutes pop out a little bit. For some people, it's not going to be that way. You guys are going to be better with one shoulder forward, angling the core, whatever that looks like. But we want to incorporate that into our walk as well. And now that we've learned these things, let's watch this one more time, how I would normally walk down the street, go into my friend's house, or if I am on the world's WBFF stage and performing, this is what I would do. Flowing legs, flowing arms, shoulders back. Always the attitude in the face. And that's what she would look like, and that's what we would do.